Alright, so here I am, about to start a Horrific Vision 4 mask. Gonna run you through a little bit here. I already did my 5 masks for the week, so I did this one to show where the crystals are, where the chests are, and some little tips on some bosses. Here's a few weak orders you can get. This one right here allows you, when you get inside, you can select whatever the bad potion is, and it tells you what all the other potions does. And this one here, as you collect chests and crystals from each zone, you select the proper box, and it'll keep track of how many you have. Sound went off. I'm checking my map on Wowhead right now for where the crystal locations are. There it goes. I procced Gift the Titans, so go a little bit ham on your pulls. Gives you a haste buff and immune to sanity loss for 20 seconds. 100% immunity. So one possible spot for a crystal location, I believe, is right back in here, but there's nothing there. Come up in here and I find my first crystal. Check off the box in the strength category. And there's another one behind the bank teller counter. So there's the 2 crystals for the strength zone. There's 10 crystals total in each run, and that'll help you keep track of making sure you get all of them. There it goes. I procced gifts again, so I do a bigger pull. Inside this room, there's typically like a small mini boss you can get, which gives you a debuff, various debuffs for each boss. It's good for 1 hour. But the boss is not there this time. So you come in this room right here, and you find the crystal. It shows the red crystal is the poison. So click poison, and you see that the blue vials are the ones that give you 100 sanity. So if you're running low on sanity, you want to check those to replenish. There's my first chest. There's another little mini boss up in here, and Gammon is there, so we can go ahead and kill him real quick. And done. And he gives a buff up there for increased health by 10%. Forgive me, I'm eating a cough drop. Have some allergy cough for about a month now. It's terrible. So here's a blue vial right here. Use it and it gives me 100 sanity. Typically when I'm running a 5 mask, I'll wind up picking up the other vials the defensive vial, the 2% healing vial. It just helps, especially when you have half your sanity, so only 575 total. It definitely helps out. I had my Titans proc again, so I'm kind of just going ham, not worried about the sanity loss stuff on the ground, not worried about the fire, and there it goes. Back up to full sanity again. So here we are in the Valley of the Spirits. Kill these two guys real quick. Kill a little totem. And I like to go off this direction here, looking for chests and crystals. Alright. So as you see, here's the first crystal for the spirits. So I select my box there to add it and move on. Here's another little mini boss right here you can kill. Gives you another buff throughout your experience here. Haste and movement speed increase. See, there's a chest off on the right hand side over there, so I'll kill these guys first. And there is chest number 1 for spirits. Ugh, I hate the fire bounce. Typically in a 5-man, I'll avoid this pack here. Unnecessary sanity loss. I'd rather get the boss kills than kill those little trash. Once again, Titans procced, so I'm avoiding, or not avoiding, any sanity loss there. Sometimes there's a chest right here, or on that platform. And not today, but this time, there's typically a crystal right there. So I do have a chest in the upper right hand portion of the screen there, so as soon as these guys are dead I will grab that one for my final chest for this area. Can't remember if I explained it or not in this video, but there's real no difference between a 4-mask and a 5-mask other than if you choose to not put on the mask for the sanity, 50% sanity, you'll have 575 sanity for the run. If you look here on my cast bar, I have on the right hand side over here, a food called it's biltong, and what that does is if you eat it for 10 seconds, it will give you a 100 sanity boost. So you can use that between elite kills and sanity potions that you find in the zone. Also right here is, oh, I'm going inside first. Oh, there's a second crystal right there. Make sure I put that on. And right here is a mailbox. So you open these mailboxes in different areas, and there's a little boss that comes out, or a little ad. You kill the ad for a chance at a pet in the end of run loot box. Now I'm going to wisdom. Both these weak orders on the right, the select potion, select poison, and the chest and crystal are on the weak auras website. If you just search horrific visions, you'll see them pop up. I'll see if I can add a link, possibly. I'm still kind of new to the streaming, so I'm learning everything. Typically right behind these buildings on the left-hand side, there's a chest that spawns, but there's none there this time. And I got Titans again, so I'm gonna go ham. Pull a lot bigger. Not worried about my damage. I have my Chaos Orbs that fall out that heal me for 110k per orb. I got plenty of sanity to spare, so I'm looking for crystals. There's the first odd crystal in the wisdom section. And my I-beam's off cooldown, so I'll go ahead and take on the boss. I always seem to run into the split personality. No matter how hard I try to avoid it, I always run into it. It drives me crazy. Here it goes. First chest in wisdom. There's sometimes a crystal in here, off to the left or right, but it's not there this time. So we'll mount up. You'll have potions in there. You'll have potions in the hut right in front of me. Sometimes you'll have some potions back there. See, there you go. I hit it. Black potion will give you 2% healing. What's nice is you can drink those potions while mounted. I don't know why I dismounted there. Must have hit the button. And you see right ahead of us is the second chest. Gift Titans again. I'm going to pull this pack because this is a bit of a bigger pack here. Gather them up. Use my iris. And go ham on these guys. 3 more seconds. Touch of the Abyss is what those little guys cast right there. It'll stun you for like 3 seconds. So if you can interrupt that cast before, it's good to do. Okay. Use my second chest, mark it off so I know I'm 100% for this zone for the chests. Potions here typically. And I'll work on killing this guy. Just like always, just avoid stuff on the ground. I would imagine that hunters have a really easy time with this. Send their pet in, they don't have to worry about taking damage, they don't have to worry about moving. There's a second odd crystal location for here. They typically spawn in one of 4 spots in every zone. And each zone's going to have 2. Alright. Go ham on this guy. Just avoid defiled ground right there. They'll slam in front of them and it'll stun you as well. And then any swirly stuff on the ground you want to avoid. And right toward the end I proc Glyph of the Titans again. That's just my luck. So one thing I did forget on this one here is up here there is another mailbox. And just like always, a little ad pops up. Go ahead and kill them for your chance at a end of run pet. Now there's 5 zones, but I only counted 4 mailboxes. Unless I missed a mailbox in the 4th zone in drag, but I don't know. I looked everywhere and couldn't find it. I guess I'll look on Wowhead and see if it's there. I typically don't pull this trash until after I finish the final zone and before I kill Thrall. That way I'm waiting for my meta to cool down, I'm waiting for my Iris to cool down, and everything else. There's a chest over there, but I'll grab it afterwards. These little burrowing appendages, if you move too far away, they'll spawn up underneath you and knock you into the air a little bit. Here's an elite, so he'll give you 200 sanity if you have elite extermination. I'll typically put my back against the wall right there for when he casts that beam. It pushes you away, so it helps to stay close. And there goes, 200 sanity.
I have things under control. Let's search the drag for survivors. I'll conceal any we find while you keep the...
Just looking around for various vials. Inside this building, there's typically like a little portal-looking thing that pops up, and a crystal can be right here as well. If the portal is there, click on it. Another little mini boss will pop up, which gives you a another damage buff, or a haste buff, or speed, or versatility, something. I can't remember exactly which one that one gives. Here's those dominators. You want to try to kill those down pretty quick as they stun if they get that spell off on you.
See if there's anyone here.
Chests could spawn inside here. Typically you can see them from the outside, but I go in anyway just to look. Kill the terror. Glyphs proc, so I'm going to jump ahead real quick and kill these 3 guys. There's a mine carver there. And done. Another little guy will come out of here, so kill him real fast. And dead. Looking here for chest or crystals, nothing. There is another crystal right there. So there's my first crystal of the drag zone. Alright, go and look around again. Okay, nothing. And the same thing here. The information that I saw says you can typically see the chest from the outside, but this is why I go in, because you always have a crystal that could be in here. So there's my final crystal for this zone. And let's just go ham on this boss here in a second. Okay, Void Turret. You can typically avoid Void Turret if you hide behind this big boulder right here. It won't hit you. If it hits you, you're going to jump up in the air and you'll slow fall for about 3 to 5 seconds or something like that. So it's best to just hide behind that little wall. And look at that. Glyphs procced again. Crystals can be found in here as well, so it's good to search there. And there would be my final chest. Stop running into spikes. My final chest for here. Now this says there's 3 chests in strength, but I only found 2. So I'm not sure, maybe I missed one, or maybe this is wrong. I'll do a little more research, and hopefully for my next video it'll be on there. Misha, here's another elite you can kill, give you another 200 sanity, which works great, especially it's right after you kill the last one. And if you're working with the 50% sanity mask on, it definitely helps. It'll save you some of the, sorry, it's kebabs, not biltong. The kebabs. It'll save you on those, and save you from having to waste a potion if there's one around. There's typically a crystal vial right up there on that corner right there, but he's not there. Those dominators will headbutt you, so if you're going to be fighting them, make sure your back is to an open area and not against the exterior wall. If you get knocked out, you'll take massive damage, like 10% damage every second. So it'll behoove you to avoid getting knocked out of bounds. There's a chest. There's also a chest off to the right that I forgot about here, but I'll come back and grab it in just a little bit. Typically, directly underneath this bridge is a crystal location, but it's not there this time. You can stun to prevent that green swirly crap on the ground. That'll stop the cast. Didn't realize I left this Dominator up. And like a dummy, I hit the wall again. So my glyphs pop, so I'm going to come over here and kill this guy real fast. It'll give me 200 sanity as well, which is good. Just avoid the volley on the ground. Toxic breath doesn't do too much damage. And there's my increased sanity. Chest does spawn right here as well. These ads will pop up when you get close. And here's my first crystal for this area. I think if you get all 10 crystals, it gives you upwards of like, I don't know, like 900 corrupted mementos. Stunned again. And stunned again. So there's another mailbox here. Click on that one. And kill the little ad that spawns. I don't know what the drop rate is for them. Sometimes they pop, sometimes they don't. So I have 19 seconds for my I-beam here. Look around for some crystal vials or vial potions. So typically what I'll do with Razan I got all my cooldowns good because he's, I think, the hardest boss in here. Pop my first orb, and I'll tag him. You'll have one of these hogs will come rushing in a second. You want to make sure that you interrupt them. Void Quills. Another one will come in almost immediately, so I try to stun. And then here we go, my glyph procced. So now what I'll do is I'll just go ham on him. Just like that, Rexar's dead. Looking around for some crystals, there's none in here. I know I'm missing stuff, so I looked back here for a chest, and I found my second crystal. And then I realized that I left the chest in the beginning part, so I gotta go back and grab it. If you're gonna 5 mask, you wanna definitely make sure that you take your time and not hit the split personalities that spawn around you in this zone. Because every little bit of sanity lost when you're running a 5 mask could be detrimental. So now I'll just take the wind portal here, take it back to the first zone. So here I'm set. That's all the major zones. Apparently I'm missing a 2 chests. I believe I only find the 1. No, maybe I find the 2 this time. We'll see. Kill this guy. Got 2 corrupted mementos for killing it. The more enemies you kill, the more corrupted mementos you get. So it's easy enough. Just kill everybody. There's my one of my chests right there. That's 2 of the 3 chests for the strength zone. Looking around. Nope. Nope. Don't see anything. But I did leave some ads down there, so let me go kill those guys. So I have a little over a minute left on my iris at 57 seconds. So what I do is I wait till everything's off a cooldown before I go pull Thrall. And there goes all my chests and all my crystals. So what you do now, once you have all 10 of your crystals, is you come and speak to this guy. I have 10 crystals. It's unlikely I have any more. And what he'll do is he'll despawn and a chest will pop up. So I went from 1,953 crystals to 2,378. So I went up about 425. So I have 6,492 corrupted mementos right now. So just like Rexar, what I'll do here is I'll pop my my orb, get in it, because you won't take any sanity loss. You shouldn't take any sanity loss while you're in it. Avoid defiled ground. It'll stun you just like it did me right there. If you stand in this swirly thing right underneath my feet, you'll take a 25% damage buff. So sometimes it's worth standing in it, especially if you're standing in like sanity loss crap on the ground. And that's that. When I fight Thrall, I like to have him facing the exterior walls. That way, when he does a defiled ground, it hits it toward the outside, and it doesn't leave a bunch of crap on the ground toward the middle. That way you have more room to move around. See, there's my pet right there I got from doing the mailboxes. I think I missed the mailbox in the first zone. So for killing all the enemies, getting all the chests, and getting all the crystals, I got just over 4,500 Corrupto Mementos. I was at 6,900, 6,492 at 10,000. So 4,456 mementos. And that's that. So if you have any questions, you can hit me up. Hopefully this will help you out if you want to start soloing stuff yourself. Thank you.